Tell me what you know. Welcome to the Sunshine Show. Woo! You guys, I have the most phenomenal guest in the house for you tonight, this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever in the world you may roam. Because that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Sunshine Show is worldwide. All right, guys, I have the one and only, the most amazing, the most fantastic, the most phenomenal, the most fabulous, the most Bowie of them all. I have Opie Ortiz of the Long Beach Dub All Stars in the house. What's up, Opie?
What up? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing today? What are you up
Good,
to?
good. Just chilling, just relaxing. Just got home from work, relaxing with my dogs and waiting for the fam to get home.
Very cool. What kind of dogs do you have?
I have a little Jackawawa and a French bulldog.
A Jackawawa. Okay, let me figure it. So Jack Russell times Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Oh, very cute.
Yeah,
And
they're staring at me right now. They're like, "What are you doing?"
and what are their names?
Mochi and Bob.
Mochi and Bob, very cool.
Yeah.
I have Winston Diego Nelson, the Pleasure Point pig that just came out of the closet. He has a very luxurious apartment in my closet. I got two guinea pigs behind me, and I have my Mexican hairless dog hanging out on the bed next to me. So we're all very excited to have you on the show tonight, Opie.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, you already know how this works. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions for myself or the one and only Opie Ortiz, drop them there in the comment section and I'll get to them as soon as possible. What's up, my wife, Lindsay, down in San Diego? She says, holy shit, it's motherfucking Opie. We got Jay Nilsson in the house. Get some. What's up, Jay? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. All right, Opie. Normally, when I start these interviews, I like to just kind of get a little feel for your background and what got you into music in the first place.
um, I'd have to say my household growing up, my mom had a badass turntable and she collected soul and funk and reggae albums. So at a young age, I was always drawn to the turntable and all the crazy albums that she had. And I had to be like, I think it was like 10 or 11. I had to wait till I could like start playing records with the turntable and stuff like that. And she had headphones too. So it was like at a young age, like headphones and music is such just a huge dynamic thing for a kid. So I was listening to like really heavy stuff at a young age, and that kind of like spawned my art and my music at like a real young age. So I'd have to say my mom and my uncle. My uncle's a drummer, so he's he jammed with George Clinton and the Dazz Band and numerous other projects.
Oh, very cool. My mom is also the number one influencer in my life for performing and continuing on with music. So I love to hear that. Let's check out this chat really quick. We have Erica Reese all the way from Corpus Christi, Texas. What's up, Erica? Hopi, Steven, Vivian, Benjamin, and Corbin. I love you all so much. We got Lindsay Murphy in the house. What's up, Lindsay? What's up, Sean Azzy? All the way from San Diego. We got Carlos from San Antonio. We got Melinda, my favorite bartender from Over the Hill Gang Saloon. And we got Scott Weiss from Underground Roots Clothing. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us here tonight. All right, Opie. So you said your mom is one of your number one influences for starting music. What record did you really love when she put it on that turntable or CD player,
Mm,
tape deck, whatever you guys were listening to back then?
there was a few. There was Electrifying Eddie Harris. Um, that one. There was a Santana record. I think it was Abraxas. Um, there was a couple other ones that like I didn't realize what it was. I think it was Flora Purim. It's like she's a Brazilian singer, and she did like albums with like George Duke and stuff like that. So she had like there was like reggae influences and real psychedelic influences in her music, which was like Latin jazz. Yeah, a lot of like Latin jazz, Pancho Sanchez and stuff like that. Later on in reggae and stuff like that. When I got into punk rock, she was like really bummed out because she was just like "What is this? Like, this is terrible." And she'd be having, like, salsa parties, so they'd be all dancing in the living room, and I'd have to walk through to get to my room, and they'd try to stop me and dance with me and shit like that, and I would just be like, "This is terrible. What is this?"
Love that. So mom was quite the party thrower then.
Yeah, she was.
Very nice. And was mom actually also a musician or just
Yeah, she
love?
played the flute, and she was, like, real artistic too. She did photography, she did needlepoint, she made, like, furniture at one point. She was doing, stained glass. So that was, like, when I was growing up, I was like she was always doing some kinda art hobby, so I was like, "I wanna do it, I wanna do it." So she was like, "Okay, you have to pay attention." Like, with the stained glass, I, like, rubbed my eye, I got glass in my eye the first time.
Oh,
So she's like, "You can't do that," you know? So there was, like, different things that, she exposed me to that, like, really, like, spawned all my artistic endeavors.
Yeah, very cool. Talking about moms, we have my mama in the chat.
Yeah.
Sandra can too. Sandy also played the flute and is also very artistic. Love you so much, mama. She's down
Dope.
in Kingsville, Texas. Let's see, we got Davy Brown in the house from Rancho Cucamonga. What's up, Davy Brown? Let's see, we got Jorgito in the house. He says, Hola, el Jorgito rock and rollero. Saludos from Hollywood, Califas. What's up, Jorge? Thanks for hanging out. We got Sal in the house. Yo, yo, yo. We got so many people here hanging out. If you guys have any questions for Opie, you know what to do. Drop them there in the chat. All right, Opie. So, talking about art and endeavors, you are actually one of the most sought after tattoo artists.
No.
But let's talk about this
No.
a little bit
No, I'm not.
because I feel like
I
you
mean, with
are.
a certain, like, sublime genre and stuff like that, maybe, like, I think I am, like, some people say that it's like a bucket list thing to get tattooed by me because I tattooed, the guys from Sublime and mostly because I tattooed Brad, but man, I love just tattooing. It was like I was in that was like my first love, tattooing, and I thought I was when I started doing music, I thought I wouldn't go back to tattooing, and um, I remember Ras One told me like, we were kind of taking a Dub All Stars were taking a break. I think we were breaking up for the first time, and he was like, "Oh, you can just go tattoo, man. You've always done that." And I was all like mad, but later on, I was just like thankful, that I had something to fall onto when you come crumbling down. It's good to have a hobby. It's good to have something to do to keep your mind busy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we got the first question of the evening. Are you ready for this, Opie?
Let's see.
All right, Steve Ricks asks, what is the best memory that you have of Bradley?
Hmm. I have a lot of them. I've spoke on a couple of them. There was one time when they played for 91X in San Diego, and they were playing a big radio show at like one of the stadiums. And him or Eric had called me or paged me or some shit. It was like back in that time, and they were like,
Pager.
yeah, they were like, "Hey, come down. We're playing this big festival, and they got free beer." And I was like, "What?" And I didn't have a car at the time, so I had to borrow my brother Jai's, and we drove down there, and it was like no, there wasn't like cell phones or anything, so we got there and we're like standing in front of the venue, and there's like just tons of people, and I just realized I was just like, oh, like we're fucked. We're not going to be able to how am I going to get a hold of them? And I remember he just hit me on the back of the shoulder, and he was like, "Come on," and I was like, "What the heck?" And we walked backstage, and later on, like Duran Duran played, and Brad smacked Simon LeBon's ass and shit. It was like we were just kind of like the whole time we were there, and they played really good. I think Brad's family was there, his dad and his mom and stuff, and they played really good. And I was like thinking at this time, I was like, wow, they're like playing for a huge crowd. Like this is it, like they did it, in a sense. So that was one. Another personal moment was we all went sailing. His dad had a boat, I think it was called the Dynamite, and we all went sailing, and we went out to, can't even remember, San Gabriel Island?
Okay.
The island past, Catalina, and we stayed out there for a night, and then we came back the next day, and it was pretty epic. Like, Eric was there, Eric's brother that passed, Gary, Brad, um, Dan Rickey that he passed. Um, just a bunch of us went. I think Miguel was there too, and Kelly Vargas. And we all just went and partied and sailed, and, like, I've never experienced that, like, part of life, like living on the sea or anything like that, so and he was a good sailor, so it was a trip seeing that side of him.
Now,
Yeah.
would you ever consider sailing the seas by yourself in, like, a
Oh,
kayak?
hell no. Hell no. I went sailing with my doctor that delivered me, Dr. David Dixon. He took me, he had a catamaran, and he took me sailing, and we smoked some fish and shit when I was a little kid and stuff. But that was, like, the first time I ever went sailing, and my uncle took me sailing a couple times. He was into it. But, like, being with someone that's like your homie, like, that's just a couple years older than you, who's, handling it all, it's a trip, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the formation of Long Beach Dub All Stars. Because for as long as I can remember, I have been a huge fan of Long Beach Dub All Stars. I remember that album with the world. Which one is that? With the
Wonders of the World?
Wonders of the World, and then the one with the artichoke on the CD.
Yeah.
Which one was that? Was that the same
That
one?
was Right Back.
Right Back,
Yeah,
yes.
Right Back was first and then, Wonders.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how Long Beach Dub All Stars actually formed.
Um, we actually formed because, Brad had passed, and, we were all just kinda, like, partying and mourning, his death. And, Bud and Eric, it's in their blood, that's all they know is I mean, they know other shit, of course, but music is you know, their life's blood, so I think, like, we just happened to be there, and we all kinda, like, banded together and just started playing music together to, like, as a form of therapy, to help them, and I think they got asked to play a benefit show for, music assistance program,
Okay.
which helps out, musicians, with opiate addiction and stuff like that. So there was this big show that was happening, and they had gotten asked to play it, so they were like, "Hey, we have to play this show." And so they asked, a bunch of us to, I don't even remember what was going on because I remember going somewhere and Ras was already with Eric, and I was like, "What's going on?" And, like, they were jamming or something, and it was just kinda like everything was going so fast in a sense, and, maybe it's I was just, like, wasted that whole time, but it was kinda weird how it just kinda, like, happened, and then we were practicing, like, pretty consistently. So, it just kinda, like all the creative people got together and kinda just kept moving.
Yeah. And I love how you referred to it as therapy because I feel like music, performing music, especially if you're creative and you have that in your blood, music really is therapy for a lot of us who can't express like maybe emotions or say things that we want to say, but we can say it through our music and through our stage performance. And I very much consider music my therapy. Should I probably see a therapist? Maybe, but don't judge me,
Yeah.
okay? Okay, very cool. Let's just check out this chat really quick. We have a lot of people, a lot of musicians here. We got Ronnie Bowen of Audic Empire. He goes, yo, yo, yo. Love you guys. Thank you, Ronnie, for hanging out. We got Terry from Catch a Fire in the house. What's up, Terry? Love you so much. We got Gabriel Walker, bass player extraordinaire. What's up, Gabe? Thanks for hanging out with us. Of course, we have Davy Brown of Davy Brown Sound. Got Jake Griffin in the house. Listen, Davy Brown says musicians suck. Okay, David Brown. And Davy Brown did just release a brand new album. So if you guys have not already checked it out, make sure to go down, check out Davy Brown's page after the podcast. After the podcast. All right, we got a shout out from Montreal. Oh, Manitoba, Canada. Hopefully, I'm saying that right.
Manitoba.
Manitoba. All right, very good. All right, second question from my beautiful wife, Lindsay. Opie, if you could tattoo anything besides good dick, for all of you that don't know, I've been thinking of a good good tattoo for my knuckles. If you have a better suggestion than good dick, we'll take them in the comment section. If you could tattoo anything besides good dick on Sunshine, what would it be? Caca.
Oh, don't put it past me.
Thank you, Lindsay, for
I
that.
always say I always thought like Taco Bell was a good one.
Oh,
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell. So I've been thinking about drum and bass because if you take off the D and you take off the D, then it would be rum and ass. And I'm kind of
There you go.
about that life, you
That's
know?
cool. Yeah.
All right, very cool, very cool. What's up, Terry? What's up? Hope you're extremely well. I am. When is Catch a Fire coming back to the United States? Because I did not catch you guys last time around. I really want to catch you guys when you come back into the States. My mom's not happy with good dick. Okay, mom, sorry. All right, I'm sorry. All right, very cool. Moving on. So you guys recently released some new music, didn't you?
Yeah, we released Echo Mountain High.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about that because you guys took a little bit of a hiatus. So what was the why am I losing the words? What was the motivation and inspiration behind dropping some new music?
Um we had been like just creating music in the backgrounds, kind of like everyone like Skunk Records and like the whole crew was like a really extensive network of people and performers and stuff like that. So my younger brother Filiano puts out stuff. Um, there was an artist named Tokotasi. He passed. He was putting out a lot of stuff. There's been like other bands that have been like jumped into the Skunk family. Um, but we were kind of like we had gotten together and we had created a couple songs, and then me and Miguel had spoke, and we were like, let's start recording and just kind of put out an album and let people know, because that's the only reason. We weren't like, oh, let's go do this and we're gonna do this and blah blah blah. No, we were just like, let's just make some music and show people that we're still here in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And so for anybody that has not already checked out the new album, how can we find that?
You can go to lbdamusic.com. I think you can get it there, or it's on all your streaming platforms. Echo Mountain High. There's a couple of videos somewhere as a single. The first single, Preacher, as a second single. There's a video for that, and then the third single, I believe, was Precious Time.
Very nice. Thank you so much. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the evolution of the band. How has the band sound evolved since its inception?
Oh, I would say like when the inception, it was like pretty wild, and like we really didn't give a shit about anything in a sense. Um, we played a lot of whatever we wanted to play. We would just try to play anything. And our first love, obviously, is punk rock. So we had like, there was punk rock songs in the set and dubs in the set. And like, we were just having fun. It was like real experimental in the beginning. We were just kind of like, we really wanted to like harness the sound of who we were going to be. So we knew it was like heavy reggae influenced, but we still wanted to be like, somewhat like the Clash in the sense, like play punk rock too and other styles of music. So it was real experimental, and then it kind of like when we broke up, we kind of like went separate ways, and there was like two camps. There was Dubcat, and then there was Short Bus. So Short Bus was more like the rock psychedelic. That was Eric and Ras and Trey and Christian Ramirez, badass drummer. And I believe Guppreet was playing keys. They did like um, Flying Ship of Fantasy and stuff like that. And Dubcat, we were just playing like that was Marshall and some of the cats from Hepcat, Dave Fuentes and Dustin Berry, Jack Manis, and me and Tim Wu and Marshall. And we didn't record that many like there's not like a there's some recordings of like on Tossie's albums, the backing band is Dubcat on a lot of the tracks. On I believe on some of the other tracks that we still have some of the tracks. We still are going to release some of the stuff from Dubcat that we found recently, re-record it or something like that. But we didn't really like record it. We just toured, and we were more like a refined kind of like reggae project. We would tour with Half Pint, and we were trying to like I don't know, not be a more refined kind of like style of music, I guess. We had Aaron Owens playing guitar and stuff like that, so it was a real musical camp with Dubcat. So then you had those two separations, and then later on, um, we were asked. Dubcat like disbanded after Dave died and stuff, so we were kind of like not doing anything. We had done some little recordings. We had linked up with Ed Campworth, I think about this time, and we had recorded a couple tracks with him and Miguel and Marshall. I think they're Hooligans and Don't Get Me Down. They're on, if you look on Spotify, they're under my name, but they should be under Long Beach Dub All Stars. But that was like the beginning of like the new Dub All Stars camp,
Okay.
with like different players and stuff like that. Because I had spoke to Eric about jamming and stuff. He was gonna play on the self-titled album, but he was so busy with they were like traveling in between touring and stuff like that. But yeah, we still talk to those guys, and they're still we have their blessing and stuff like that. But like this camp we have right now is like a real we're just trying to record and get psychedelic with it and get weird with it and just have fun.
Very nice. I remember seeing Long Beach Dub All Stars probably about 24 years ago, give or take a couple of years. They came down to Corpus Christi, Texas a couple of times. Me and Erica, if you're out there watching, girl, I see you. So much fun. But you were not a part of Long Beach Dub All Stars or Long Beach Dub Short Bus.
Yeah, that Short Bus, yeah.
That's what I meant, Long Beach Dub
Yeah.
Short Bus. So
Well,
you
they just call it, I think, LB Short Bus or something.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you were doing Dubcat. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the name behind Dubcat? Because I really love that.
Well, we were just taking the name Dub, and then, because some of the guys were from Hepcat, we were just cutting the name and just putting two of them together, to make what we were.
Very nice, very nice. All right, so let's
There
see.
was another band from like Florida, I think, called Dubcat,
Okay.
but
Well, you
I
guys
know,
got it. All right, you guys. No,
yeah.
nobody knows about that
I
band.
don't think they played. I'm not sure if they played reggae.
I just started a blues band and named it Just the Tips. Actually, Melinda from Over the Hill, she was in the comment section. She came up with the name Just the Tips, and I'm like, I love this name. And my singer, he's like an airplane pilot, and he's not, he's like not but kind of, you know what I mean? Like not rigid, but like not really down with just the tips. So I got on the mic the other day at the show and I was like, you know what, guys, we're no longer called just the tips. We're now called balls deep. Where's the drum roll?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
you
bet you
guys.
he loved that.
No, I don't think he did actually, but sometimes you gotta stir the pot, Opie.
Yeah.
Uh, excuse me. Let me check out this chat really quick. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me and Opie Ortiz of Long Beach Dome All Stars. If you guys have any questions, drop them there in the chat. What's up, Nay Nay Ram in the house? We got Carlos Bacetta. We got Tommy Fam. We got the whole fam bam here. I see your questions and I'm trying to get through them, you guys. Let's see. Is there any chance of getting Ross one on a future track?
We were we were working on a track with Kyle Smith, but we were kind of like took a I don't know what happened. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, we kind of like Kyle asked us to be on a track, so kind of waiting for Kyle to do something, I
Well,
guess.
well, everybody tag Kyle Smith in the chat because we need to know what's going on with this song. All right,
Yeah.
very, very good. Let's see. Lindsay Murphy says, "I was blessed to see Long Beach Dub All Stars at 9:30 Club in 2000. Opie, Eric, Bud, Ross, and Miguel. Killer lineup."
9:30
Um,
Club.
let's see. I had somebody asking if you guys were going to. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through all these comments here. Something about Arizona. Are you guys going on tour? Are you guys playing some shows pretty soon? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, we have a show in April, and I think a couple shows in March, and then some shows in Florida coming up, East Coast.
Oh, East Coast. All right, everybody's tagging Kyle. We got Kyle's dad in the chat. What's up, Gary? If you could go ahead and text your son and tell him he's needed. No.
I think we were like in the midst of it, and then we got busy with our album, so we kind of just it kind of like fizzled out. But yeah, Kyle.
We got to pick it up. We got to pick it up. So Steve wants to know, are you coming to Arizona?
I don't know what's to say. Let me look.
You guys, thank you all for hanging out with us. We are having such a great time here on the Sunshine Show.
San Diego, Florida, Rhode Island, Maryland, New Hampshire, Paso Robles, Nevada, Livermore. No, I don't see Arizona.
Oh, Steve, you might have to do some driving to get to.
We were just there. We were just at that dub. What was it? The Bud Fest or whatever. Budsapalooza.
Oh, Budsapalooza. I love it. So I actually got to meet you at Moe's Alley here in Santa Cruz when you guys played. It was an epic, epic show. How do you feel about Santa Cruz? Do you just love it?
Yeah. Yeah, I have family that live up there, and every time we play Moe's, my homies and family come. So
There's
it's a huge deal to play there for us.
there's something super special about Moe's Alley. It's like small but big, intimate but not, it's just like
Yeah.
perfect combination of all things. If you want to be a music venue, check out Moe's Alley, Santa Cruz.
Yeah, you would think like you wouldn't get like a great sound out of it, but it kind of like it works in a weird way.
Let's see. Kyle's dad says the little shit ain't answering his phone. He's like, forward, forward. Thank you, Gary, for being on top of that. I really do appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see. Melissa, what's up, Melissa? How you doing? She wants to say when she asks, when do you play next in OC?
OC, shoot. I don't know. Let's look.
We are checking out the calendar here for you guys only on the Sunshine Show.
San Diego, March 21st.
Oh,
Other than that, yeah, there's not any OC.
and who
Others are
who does
up
the
north.
booking? Opie, do you guys have a booking manager?
Yeah, it's Lindsay at Mint,
Okay.
the Mint Talent Agency.
There you guys. So if you guys want to book Long Beach Dub All Stars, this is how you do it. You email Opie.
Lindsay at the Mint Talent Group.
Love that. Lindsay at the Mint Talent Group. And make sure you spell Lindsay right. Is it with the I or with a Y?
I think it's with an I.
Okay. Perfect, you guys. Very good. All right, I'm
Okay.
trying to find a question that was up here from Lindsay about some pictures. Lindsay, if you want to drop that back in the chat, I'm getting lost with all these hundreds of comments. If you want to drop that back down in the comment section, I will get to that. All right, what is Ziant Canyon? What's that, Jake Griffin? Do you know what that is, Opie?
Zany Canyon, that's a place up by where my dad was living, by Lumpico Canyon,
Okay.
in Felton, uh, up in the hills by Santa Cruz.
Ah,
It's like a little spot, that I remember from when I was younger, and just kind of stuck. That name just kind of stuck with me, and I said I was going to write a song about it, and it took me like, I don't know, a couple years, but I did.
a
But yeah,
couple.
it's just like a little special spot. And then I went up to I was hanging out with my stepmom, and then she's like, "Yeah, this is Lompico Canyon. You got to write a song about Lompico Canyon. Zayani Canyon's over there." And I was just like, "Oh, like, wow." Took the wind right out of my sails, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. That is the damn truth. It is what it is, and
It's
it
a
ain't.
beautiful place, Zayani Canyon.
What's up? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come say hi. Tadpole wants to say hello today. Say hi. This is my Shellos Quintley who's got his hair his nail got caught in my hair, you guys. It's fine. So this is Tadpole Miles, Thelonious Monk, Cantu to the first power. And he's just getting out of bed right now because he's a lazy little dude. Aren't you? He's
Those are
mama's
rat dogs.
he's mama's little baby. Come on. He's a little crybaby too. So don't even like act like he was actually hurt in the filming of this podcast. Okay. I don't need any animal activists coming after me.
I've only seen one of those dogs once, and I want one after I saw one because they're so cool.
And he's trying to eat my damn hot fries. Okay, this is
Oh,
what this is all about. He's trying to eat the hot fries. You're not
not
gonna get
good.
the hot fries, boy. You guys, thank you all for hanging out. We got Cletus Van Dam, Kristen Corin. Let's see. Next question from Davy Baby. Any general music business or marketing advice to us no name up and comers? Okay, Davy Baby.
Shoot, I wouldn't know because I have no kind of like sense of any of that. In this day and age, it's like you have to be so out there. Ask Kyle Smith; he knows.
Kyle
He's
Smith is not coming to the party.
he knows how to. You just put yourself out there like every day, and then hopefully after 10 years, they're gonna love you. But you got to
Absolutely.
be out there every day. No, I don't know. It's like work hard and try to make quality shit that other people aren't creating, or try to make your shit unique.
Unique. I think that's where you hit it. And if you're not unique, I feel like you need to become unique and not only that, evolve. I feel like constant evolution is necessary in the success of any musician or creative. You can continue to do the same thing day in and day out, but I feel like for the audience and for the fans, it's important to continue evolving and doing, different things.
Yep.
All right,
Creating.
let's yes, sir. We got Ouija from 880 South in the house. What's up, Weege? How you doing? All right, we got Jersey Humphreys all the way from the East Coast. Who the fuck is Kyle Smith? If you don't know, look him up. All right, guy. Let's see. Taddy is the best, and he's weirdly warm. He is. So Xolos Quintly, Mexican hairless, is an ancient Aztec breed, and the Aztecs used to actually use them for healing purposes because their skin radiates off of your skin, and it feels like a heating pad, even though it's not. And then they would eat them afterwards, but we don't have to talk about that. Cover your ears, tadpole. Cover your ears. All right, very cool. So let's see, you guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Steve says positive energy activates constant elevation. I actually love that. All right, let's talk about a daily routine for you, Opie. What does your day consist of besides being a complete badass?
Huh. Wake up, um, pick up any dog shit laying around the fucking house.
Important. Step
ma-
number one.
make coffee, roll joint, walk dogs, listen to music, try to write something, come back and paint till I have to go to work, and then go to work and tattoo, and then come home, and then maybe go to the studio if possible.
Very cool. So painting, where do you get your inspiration for your visions for your art pieces?
Steal everybody's stuff off Instagram. No, but I just look at stuff, and if I think it looks cool, I'll you know do my rendition of it.
Very nice. We got Tim Azzy, the one and only in the house. What's up, Tim? Thanks for hanging out. Me and Tim actually have an episode coming up very soon. I'm not sure of the date, but Tim, if you could drop that there in the comment section, I can. Hold on, I'm looking it up. 3/19, March the 19th, Tim Azzy, the one and only, will be on the show. So make sure you guys come back and check that out. Sunshine is back, but I'm only doing limited shows. So when you can catch them when you can, everybody. So thank you all for hanging out. Wiz Fire in the house from the Slippers. What's up, Wiz? How you doing? All right, very cool. So let's talk about art for a minute, because sometimes I like to draw. I like to paint. Oh, what's that?
This is Bob.
Oh my God, is it Bob? Hi, Bob.
There's too much smoke right here.
Hi, little Bob, baby, little baby Bob.
He's no
Oh, a
longer
little
he's no
Frenchie.
longer little. He's big now.
Is he full grown?
No, he's like almost 6 months.
Oh, he's still a baby.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever call you O squared
No.
or Opie Ortiz? No? Okay, never mind. We're shutting that down.
My aunt used to call me Big O when I was little.
Big O. All
My
right.
friends call
Love
me
it.
Dopey.
Dopey. That's funny too. Wasn't the elf? No, the dwarf was Dopey.
Yeah.
Or no, right? One of the dwarves
Yeah.
there. What's up, Gilbert Barentes, all the way from San Antonio, Texas? Thank you, Gilbert, for hanging out with us tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about was art, because my son graduated from Otis College of Art and Design, right? So he has a degree to be like an illustrator and be this like amazing artist, right? Which I love you, Lucas, and you're my everything. But every time I want to do some art, he's like, Mom is doing arts and crafts. So I want to know what separates, if anything, a true artist from a part-time wannabe artist, or is there such a thing?
If you're getting paid, you're a pro.
No, but I'm not getting paid for anything.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
but I'm saying like,
you could either be getting paid or you could be having the time of your life. So, because that's another form of payment. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
that's how. I mean, it's like in a sense, it's like meditation for me when I'm going through the whole process of painting and stuff like that.
So did you go to any kind of college or school, or is this something that's just always been in your blood?
I think my mom's like spawned it, and then I was around a lot of like-minded artists growing up, and I still talk to a lot of them. It's like it's weird. It's like only those are the only people I talk to are like the artist people that I was gravitated towards when I was growing up. So um, I don't know. I think it's just the same grind. You just change, you evolve into different, arts and medium and stuff like that.
And I think if you have it in your heart to become an artist and that's what you wanna do, nobody can tell you any differently. Like, look at freaking, like, Pollock, like, look at Jackson Pollock, like, the paintings, and, like, some people would look at it and be like, "Whoa, did he create that in kindergarten?" And yet these pieces are selling for, like, millions of fucking hundreds of millions of dollars, so I just feel like it's important for everybody, if you feel it in your heart, just express it and don't let anybody tell you anything differently.
Yeah.
So we finally got Kyle Smith here in the chat with us. What's up, Kyle? He says Opie is our master. Everybody. So, Kyle, we're wondering about the Opie Ortiz times Ross One track that you guys are dropping. If you didn't know, now you know on the Sunshine Show. All right, all right. Let's see. Everybody's in love with Bob. Let's see. We got Zachary Keeley from ZC Keeley in the house. I can play music all day, but drawing and painting I can't do for shit. So props for all the art forms. You can do
Kyle
it if
Smith
you
Kyle Smith said "Sop with Camel."
wait. What did he say?
Sop with Camel. It's a band.
Oh,
It's a band from the '70s. I showed him.
was this another one that was inspired from your mom?
No, actually, I don't know where I heard of them, and I was like all on them one time, and Kyle was there, and Kyle was like listening to it with me. It's like it's trippy music.
Very cool.
You'd
I
probably
hear
like it.
wife. I feel like wifey's home and she's putting up the groceries.
Yeah.
What's up, wifey?
She said, "What's up, babe? Sunshine."
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Uh,
Let me say hi.
What's up? Beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, this is
Stop,
sweet.
stop. Thank you so much for letting us talk to your man. All weird. Okay, next question from Wizfire. Do you have an old school style apprenticeship as a tattooer?
Yeah, I did. I did my apprenticeship at Burt Grimm's with Rick Walters, rest in peace, and Mr. Scully. Not like a full formal, all that. Like it was like I hung out there for almost 2 years, and then became the helper at the shop, and then learned all my tricks from what they taught me and how to tattoo. So I'm still learning, constantly learning.
All right, let's see. Kyle Smith wants to know, do you remember the first words out of your mouth when you first met him?
Out of my mouth?
Yeah.
No. What did I say?
Rick Walters hates you.
Wonder why. Did he have the shirt on or something?
I don't know, Kyle. Answer us. Let's see. Izzy Cervantes, all the way from Salt Lake City. Who's your favorite Spanish OG artist?
Ooh, there's a lot. I would have to say Chaz Boroquez for his tagging and his letter skills. He's like you know, he pretty much laid down the foundation for like OG lettering and spray paint art.
Okay. So we have a little bit of a correction from Kyle Smith. He says that the first words out of your mouth when you met him was actually soap with camel. Sop with camel.
Mm,
All right. So the Rick Walters thing was not a question. All right. That's what you said. So thank you, Kyle, for coming up and
yeah, fixing that.
fixing that because we literally don't know what we would do without you, Kyle Smith. Opie, what would we do without Kyle Smith?
Be looking for another Kyle Smith.
There is no other Kyle Smith. We got Ross One in the building. What's up? How you doing? Glad to have all the old school motherfuckers in the chat. I love you all so much. We're going to start wrapping this up in about 12 minutes. So if you have any last minute questions, comments, suggestions for myself or the one and only Opie Ortiz of Long Beach Dub All Stars, please drop them there in that chat section. All right, let's see. Zachary Keeley says, laugh out loud. I remember when I first met Opie, he was in Tucson and tapped my shoulder at the bar and asked if I had any weed. We proceeded room to smoke while he gave us all a handful of mushrooms. All right, thank you.
Yeah, Zach, what's up? I love Zach. What's up,
Oh,
Zach?
Zach. Oh, good times. We got Jessica Harper in the house. We got Christopher Nishida, bass player for Kyle Smith. If you guys do not know, now you know. Go make sure to follow Nishida Nishida Fu. I'm not sure, but Christopher, please drop the your name brand there in the comment section so everybody can go and join your group and buy all your amazing merch. Let's see. Kristen Corin says she won't go to anybody else but you for tattoos. Are there a lot of clients that you have like this?
What's that? Sorry.
That's okay. Kristen says I won't go to anyone else besides
Oh, what's up, Kristen?
tattooed. Do you have many clients like that? Do you have a long waiting list? I bet you do, huh?
No, I just kind of work like week by week. I don't really. I get like I'll lose track of appointments and stuff like that. I can't do that. So I just kind of mark them down, do month by month, kind of like maybe 2 months ahead.
All right, very cool. All right, next question is coming from Steve Ricks. Do you have a favorite venue that you like to play?
Interesting. On the last summer tour with Agrolites, we got to play a lot of new venues, and we played what's it called, Top Golf,
Okay.
like back east, and it was pretty cool. We got to like golf. We got to like, and then the venue was super nice, and the like monitors were like some like Swiss shit, like super dope. So when we played, it was like the sound was amazing. So I like it when venues are like have really good sound.
Kind of important, right? When you're playing,
Yeah.
when your whole like revenue comes from like making music off a band, sometimes it's important to have good sound. Catalyst, in case you're listening, maybe you guys should do something about that bad sound that you have.
Yeah, or just getting the punk rock set.
That's true. Let's see. Next question. Sunny Bunny, who is your favorite person and why is it me? Okay, Davy baby. Next time I call you on FaceTime, how about not the thirst trap? Okay. I'm literally only calling you for your musical abilities. Okay. All right. There we go. You guys, we are having such a good time. We got about 8 minutes left. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask. All right, this is the unedited late night sunshine show. And if you don't, that's fine, because I have plenty of questions that I can ask myself, that I can ask Opie. Sorry, guys. All right, Opie. So you are from Long Beach. Your band is from Long Beach. There's been a lot of amazing musicians that have come out of Long Beach, California. How has growing up and being based in Long Beach influenced your music and your art?
I don't know. I guess because Long Beach is such a like a it has like a multinational. There's so many races here. Like we probably wouldn't be so much into reggae if there wasn't like a good reggae record shop, you know. So at a young age, there was like a record shop that we all like kind of hung out at and became friends with the owner and like got our hands on like, you know, our first Jamaican albums and shit like that. So, you know, I guess like there was other record stores in LA and Venice and I think Santa Cruz, San Francisco, but like that time it was like crucial, you know, for our minds to be able to reach for that, you know, because I think punk rock was kind of like we were getting burned out on punk rock, or we were just kind of like reaching for other shit, and like reggae and dancehall was just like we just loved it. So, and it seemed like there were shows popping up at that time too. So it seemed like it was the popular thing in a sense, like, and it seemed strange to us too because it was like so new and like different sounds and all these different artists and you know dance hall and Sing J and Roots and you know all the different genres of like reggae too, you know. So we were just like, wow, this is a trip.
Yeah.
So
Very
like Long Beach kind of had like a, I don't know if it had like a, there was always reggae shows like at Dominguez Hills and in LA. Like there was always a flow of like good reggae artists coming to like Long Beach and LA. So we were always like, let's go to the reggae show. Like, let's go to Dominguez Hills. Let's go to, you know, let's go see, I think it was Andrew Tosh. We went and saw Andrew Tosh play like fresh out of high school. And it was just like something that we were all attracted to. And it was like there, it was like, we could go do that, you know?
yeah.
So I don't know. It's just maybe if we were lived somewhere else, we'd be listening to other music, you know?
All right. Blues or jazz?
Um, that's really, I don't know. I'd have to say jazz for me.
Oh, pineapple on your pizza or no pineapple on your pizza?
No pineapple on my pizza.
No pineapple on the pizza. Are we going to do a michelada or a Bloody Mary?
Mitchie.
Oh, yes, 1000%. All right, next question from Kyle Smith. Who are Opie's favorite punk rock bands and who influenced the punk on Wonders of the World?
Shoot. My favorite punk band is probably Rudimentary Peni or Crass, or I really like Wasted Youth, first album. Battalion of Saints. There's so many good bands. It's go forever.
Yeah.
I got into like a lot of English punk rock. I was into like the Verukers and Chaos UK. I was into everything. East Coast, Gangrene. Shoot, goes everything. I just don't like new punk rock that you like, Kyle. I don't like that new punk rock that you like.
Good times. All right, next question comes from Jessica Harper. Where would you like to travel that you haven't been?
Oh, well, I want to go to South America. I want to go Spain, Africa, Russia, China. I want to go everywhere.
Everywhere. So if you guys want to book Long Beach All Stars, hit up Christian or no, Lindsay at Mint Talent
Agency.
Agency. Very cool, you guys. We're about to start shutting this down. If you have any last minute question, let's get them in. Let's see. Favorite vocal mic. This comes from Davy Baby of Davy Brown Sound. Favorite vocal mic on stage and your favorite mic in the studio.
Shoot, I wouldn't even know that. I know on the Wonders of the World, we used a pretty expensive mic. I think it was like a $20,000 mic.
All right,
But
so there you go, guys.
I
20.
use SM58s on stage.
Okay, very nice. If you can afford a $20,000 vocal recording mic, then maybe you too could be as famous as Opie Ortiz.
No, we rented it. It was rented.
All right. Very cool. Next question, or let's see. Next comment was fire. I remember when Long Beach had legit storefronts to rent rims for your whip. Haha, shit was wild. Wait, is this a true story? You could rent rims?
Yeah, I've heard of that. My buddy did that. Make payments on your rims.
Very, very nice. We got Joshua Vanderberg in the house. What's up, fun show? Good job, Sunny. Peace, Opie.
Yeah, what up, Josh?
All right, let's see. Kyle is all up in this chat. Tell me about the pick with you, Ross, and Dr. Dre.
Oh, we played the Bammies in San Francisco right before St. Patty's Day. And we got to be like the house band for the Bammies, where they give awards to all these bands. And I believe we won some kind of award. But it was hilarious because we got to take pictures with everybody, and we got to hang out with Slayer. We got to meet Dr. Dre. We were chilling with Mix Master Mike, and we were just like chilling. It wasn't like, it was like back barbecue kind of vibes, you know?
Hell yeah. And so does that feed into this question? How did you meet Dr. Dre? I feel like you just answered that, right?
Yeah, that's the only time I met him. When I gave him the fist bump.
Very cool. Steve Ricks wants to know, what do you think about Dead Kennedys, The Exploited, and Minor Threat, also the Misfits?
All great bands. All great bands.
Very cool. We got Sean Bowman in the house. Thank you, Sean, for hanging out with us. Izzy Cervantes, all the way from Salt Lake City, wants to know, do you listen to Chalino or Ramon Ayala? Ramon Ayala! Yes, I do.
I heard a little bit of Chalino. I haven't heard the Ramon Ayala yet.
Oh, shit. Get on it, Opie.
Yeah, I gotta get on it.
All right, Max Green in the house. He says, epic show at Sea Legs last summer 2023. Thanks for signing my guitar.
Yeah, that was a good show. We're supposed to be playing there again. Sea Legs.
Very cool. You guys, we're about to wrap this up. We're going on an hour right now. It's been so much fun. If you guys have any last minute questions, I could maybe take one or two. Opie, do you have a favorite track or album that you've created with Long Beach Dub All Stars?
I'd have to say DJs is like, it's lasted, and it's like, it's still fun to perform. People still ask me like what I'm saying in certain parts of it still, like, you know, what are you saying right here? What's this name right here, you know? And it spawned a lot of like, it spawned like a little book from this guy from South America, the homie. He did like a little book where he did like cartoons of each one of the DJ's name, their face. But I don't know. Yeah, probably DJs. A lot of the new ones, we're still playing them live, so we're still kind of filling them out, you know, seeing if they're, you know, up to quality.
Worthy.
Yeah.
All right, we got my bestie Nikki in the chat. She says, bitch, are you using my cup? I most certainly am. I'm pretty sure I stole this right out of your cupboard, so cheers to that. All right, Ross 1, he says, do you still want that portrait of Dr. John?
Of course. got to be
100.
the one where he's wearing the like. He's got like all this changle bangle things all over him. He's got
Wait,
like
the Shangle
he's got like a
Bangles?
fur, and he's got like a crazy hat, and he's got all these beads, and Dr. John is the shit.
Dr. John is the shit. If you guys do not know who Dr. John is, he comes from New Orleans. There's a huge documentary about whenever Katrina hit and he had to relocate that Dr. John is in. And I grew up jazz my entire life. I love blues as well. But I really loved that whole Katrina documentary with all the blues and jazz artists that came out of there. Dr. John is one of them. If you guys do not know who that is, go look him up. He's an amazing pianist.
Yep. Virtuoso.
Virtuoso. All right. We got Ryan Duvall in the house. He says, Opie, you the shit. Can't wait for the next show.
Thank you.
All right. We got Jacob. Long live Opie. That's right. Who's going to get that tattooed on it? Wait, does it fit? Long live. Long live, and then we could put Opie on the top. Opie Ortiz. What? Long live Opie Ortiz. That totally fits, you guys. Let's see. Larissa, love your California vibe. You already know. All right. This made my night. Love you both. Thank you, Kyle Smith, for hanging out with us. We will interview you next. Maybe, if you're lucky, Opie will be my co-host.
There you go.
There we go. All right, one more question from Wizfire. Rotary or loyal to the coil?
Loyal to the coil.
Loyal to the fucking coil. I feel like we could loyal coil. No, it doesn't. All right, good. All right, we're gonna start wrapping this up. Opie, last question I want to ask you for the evening is: what is your best piece of advice you could give any musician, or even just personal advice? What is your best piece of advice that you can give everybody listening at home, watching on YouTube, on Twitch, on Instagram, or tuning in to the podcast?
I would just say study, and be you, be genuine, and try to say something, try to have something to say.
All right. And I said that was the last question, but now that you said that, I want to ask you one more. How do you feel about your legacy? What is the legacy that you are leaving on the world? Like, what do you, when you eventually, if you ever, maybe you're a vampire, I don't know, maybe you never die, I don't know, but if you ever do, what is the legacy that you're leaving behind?
My kids, and the music that I put out, and if the art's still around, the art, maybe the camaraderie I had with my brothers and my family and friends will carry on. Maybe I'll be like it'll be like a Opie Day or something somewhere.
There needs to be an Opie Day now. We're not gonna wait till you're dead for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Opie Day now. All right.
Everybody can get wasted.
Wait, what? or we could like paint pictures. I mean, there's a lot of other things that we can do besides get wasted. Although, that is a favorite pastime activity. All right, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. It's been such a pleasure. You guys could be anywhere in the world and you're here with us, and it means the absolute world to me that you guys are here hanging out with me and Opie. And Opie, thank you so much for just taking time out of your life. I know you're very busy and have so much going on, and I just appreciate your time so much. Thank you.
No problem.
So very
No
much.
problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. If anybody wants to book a session with the OG Opie Ortiz, the most sought after tattoo artist in the world, how would they do that?
They can DM me on Instagram.
Right.
Tattoos by Opie.
Tattoos by Opie. You guys, if you get a tattoo by Opie, please send it to me so I could see the pictures. I'll live vicariously through you until I'm able to get on the wait list, because I heard there's like a 2-year wait list with this guy. So
cruise down.
Yeah, I love you guys all so much. Make sure that you're kind to everybody around you. You never know the battles that people are facing in it. Make sure to wake up and fucking smile and just make the best decisions that you can make. And don't worry because there is a tomorrow. So even if we fuck up, it's okay. We can start over fresh tomorrow. Guys, I love you all. Make sure not to drink and drive. Make sure to check up on your friends. All right, Opie, you ready to say bye?
Bye.
On three. No, you gotta wait. All right, 1, 2, 3.
But bye.